put his glasses on before you.
I thought you had them on.
Just kidding, just kidding. Behave yourselves.
Eat the mic.
Talk amongst yourselves, enjoy yourselves out here.
Have a drink.
Thanks, Bobby. I don't know what happened to Bobby there, but thank you anyway. Yeah, you must have. Thank you all for joining us this evening for another edition of Rotary President Comparison.
No. You already screwed it up.
Well, you went off script to start out with. Can we stop that? I'm getting a headache here. What are you doing? Just kidding. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it's time to put on your thinking caps as we get ready to play the star-studded big money Rotary President Comparison Game. The only show where outgoing Rotary Club presidents test their knowledge of themselves and others with the help from a select panel of A-list celebrities. And now here's our host for tonight, Wink Nightingale.
You all know me here. See me here before, everybody. Welcome. Thank you.
Now, Wink, you look a lot younger and more fertile here. Is that a photo from your LinkedIn page?
I'm not sure fertile is the right word, but certainly anything would look younger, I guess. Yeah. Thanks, Bobby, and thank all of you for joining us for another edition of the Rotary President Comparison Group. We've been doing this show now since about what? 1965, and I'm always amazed at how well it exposes the narcissistic and self-absorbed nature of Rotary Club presidents. As I look out over the audience tonight, I see a lot of past presidents, and I'm sure each and every one of you, as I, felt that you had been doing a wonderful job during your Rotary.
Yes, we did. We did.
And that you were tremendously successful during the term of your office.
Yes, we have.
Of course, we know the truth. Well, we'll see if tonight's contestant can break the mold. Who knows? Maybe he'll even be the first one to ever win this game. So we've got a great contestant tonight. Who do we have as contestant, Bobby?
Well, we've got a really good one tonight, Wink. Our contestant comes to us from the Rotary Club of Pleasanton, the self-proclaimed world's greatest Rotary Club.
World's greatest. Come on, boys.
Our
World's
attorneys require us to say the world's greatest Rotary Club is an unofficial slogan, it's unverified, it's unaudited, and such a word does not necessarily represent the views of the show producers and employees. Yes, and with that, please give a warm welcome to our contestant tonight, Steve Van Dorn.
No, where do you go?
Put a chair in front.
Put the chair in front.
Put a chair in front of me.
Not one of the ones from behind here, though. You gotta do your own work, you know. How it works. A likely resemblance. Have a seat.
Okay.
We'll make you an honorary celebrity as well. Anyway, Steve,
Guilty.
welcome. Great to have you with us tonight, Steve. Now, I know you've been briefed on the rules of the game, but for the sake of our audience, let me go over them one more time. The game will consist of 4 rounds. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. In each of the rounds, we'll unveil a question that compares you to one or more members of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton. Now, these questions might relate to similarities. They might relate to differences. After we unveil the question, I'll ask each of our celebrity guests for an answer based on his or her intimate knowledge of you and the club. I'm not sure intimate is the right word, but your knowledge anyway. Your job, ex-president, former president, sort of now President Steve, is to pick the celebrity answer that, in your opinion, matches the response we received from a survey of all Rotary Club of Pleasanton members. Actually, we couldn't get to all members, so we talked about 4 of them. And we have two guys sitting outside the Sunshine Saloon. But we feel it's a pretty, a pretty good survey. It's a good survey.
Pretty accurate.
For each answer wrong, you'll hear this sound. Hear this. hear this sound. Hear this sound.
Well, there's no sounds here yet. But for a correct pick, you win fabulous prizes, and for an incorrect pick, you have to pay $100 plus there's interest on the at that time.
Hope you brought money.
Of course, you won't be on your own out here. You'll have the help of our crack panel of list celebrities. These are the best and brightest celebrities, living or dead, that were willing to work for free. They're available on an extremely short notice, and whose careers have already changed years ago. So Jimmy, who do we have for celebrities this evening?
Well, our first celebrity panelist hails from the island nation of the Mercia. Her super friends include Batman, Superman, and the Flash. She often sports the unprofessional bracelets of submission, is an expert user of the lasso of truth, and pilots her own very custom-built investable jet. Currently employed as a full-time member of the Justice League. Please welcome Wonder Woman.
Thank you, Wonder Woman. You're looking great tonight there, kid. So Wonder Woman, what do you?
There you go, there you go, good job.
Whose beer this is, but it's yours.
So, Wonder Woman, that's quite a name. What do you like to go by? Is it Wonder Woman? Is it Ms. Woman? Can we call you Wonder?
You can call me WWE.
Ooh, I like that. All right, WW, we'll go with that. Okay, let's keep on moving. Who is our next,
Our next celebrity panelist is best known for his role as 007, the British agent with a license to kill. He no longer resembles his sexy secret agent persona, and the only thing that'll be killed tonight is his reputation. But he is knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000, and even though he died in 2020, he's not too busy to join us here on our show. Please welcome Sean Andre.
Come on, Sean. So Sean, nice to see you this evening.
Thank you very much. And Steve, the first problem is you took my beer. That was my beer. I had one full, one little, little not so full.
Thank
What's going on around here? But you took my beer.
So Wake, I noticed a little bit of an Irish accent next to Sean. So
Thanks. Thank you, Sean. Thanks for being here. And now for our third celebrity.
our next celebrity panelist has spent his entire career traveling the globe in search of lost treasure. His accomplishments include captaining the Black Pearl and matching wits with Davy Jones, Blackbeard, and the Kraken. He enjoys drinking large quantities of rum, pillaging, plundering, and searching for booty. The bigger the better. Although he'll stand and fight when necessary, he prefers fleeing virtually all dangerous situations. Please welcome Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack. Let's hear it for Captain Jack. So, Captain. Okay, Captain, you're looking a little peaked here tonight. You all right? What, you got your bird? Oh, that's good. What's your bird have to say? Really quiet. Sit down, Captain. Have a seat, Captain. You're looking good. Thanks for joining us. And now we have our fourth panelist, our fourth celebrity.
Our final celebrity panelist presided over the country as our 45th president. He's an avid golfer, allegedly supporting a 6 handicap and winning multiple club championships. Other hobbies include insurrection planning, playing hide and seek with classified documents, paying off witnesses, and making America great again. He's the self-described best at everything he does. Please welcome Donald J. Trump.
Oh. So Donald, you've been pretty busy, you believe, huh?
Been a tough week.
Better talk. It's nice of you to join us all this evening. We really appreciate that. So we've got the panel. Everybody ready?
We're ready.
We're now going to proceed to the questions. Okay, Steve, we've assembled an elite panel of celebrities to help you out with tonight's game. I know you're all very busy, but we appreciate having you join us for tonight's game. Are you ready to play? Here's the first question. What are some of the differences between you, Steve Van Dorn, and Tom Fox? What are some of the differences between you, Steve, and Tom Fox? Let me ask our celebrities here one at a time. So Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, what do you think one of the differences would be?
Well, I have to say, Tom Fox is quite the dapper individual. And, you know, Steve has really grown accustomed to these Rotary Hawaiian shirts. You know, in the absence of Tom in the building, I'd like to say for all your real estate needs, please go see Randy Brown.
Thank you. Randy, you may have to pay some for that. Food, but that's okay. Sean, what do you have to say about that? What do you see as the differences?
Wank, that's an interesting name. Where did that come from?
Well, to be honest, my wife was starting to look like she was putting on weight. Is she really putting on weight, or is she? And she would go. So that's where it came from.
Wink, as I said, that's an interesting name. Reminds me of what your mother and I did last night after she winked at me.
Ron!
It gets worse. But my answer to the question, and I forgot the question.
Similarity.
Tom Fox and Shire, who stole my beer. Tom fully supported Rotary's mission to eradicate polio. Steve's mission this year has been to eradicate layovers during his many international flights.
Well, I've heard Wayne from the audience that we need to like turn up the mic volume or like at least speak louder.
Louder, is that better?
Yeah, so
Okay.
please speak
Okay.
into the mic.
Speak into the mic. Hello, Mike, speak into the mic. Okay, now we move to, no, we heard you. We heard enough from you, Sean. Don't give him a microphone. Don't give any of these guys microphones. Anyway, what is your name, Captain Jack? Jack, please, what do you see as similarities, differences between? What, you got bird problems or what?
Well,
All right, let's good job.
that is the truth, the similarities are not very similar, because Tom enjoys having drinks at our Thursday event every Thursday. Steve likes to have drinks every third day. It's all right.
There's a toast there, okay,
Thank you very much, thank you.
Oh, well said.
Am I done?
You're done.
You know, I've traveled around the world. I don't know where I am right now, but I've traveled everywhere around the world.
Well, your bird is something wrong with it.
Larry, your bird is not operating.
That's not my bird, that's actually the problem. But thank you.
All right, let's move right along here. Thank you so much, Captain Jack. That was great. Mr. Trump, or former President Trump, or wannabe President Trump. What do you have to say about similarities?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, what I have to say,
Speak into the mic, Mr. President.
what I have to say about Steve,
No, what do you have to say about Steve's similarities with Tom Fox?
I know that Don't question me. People don't question me. I know exactly what I'm saying. Steve is retired.
Into the mind, Mr. President.
Steve is retired. I cannot imagine ever retiring. People desperately need my leadership. It is the best leadership. Only weak people retire, Steve. I should think about retiring. I have a lot of respect for Tom Fox. He continues to work and contribute to our economy, even though he could easily retire, unlike Steve.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trump. Donald, can we call you Donald, by the way? Is that okay?
President.
Okay. Donald, you've heard, Steve, the answers from the four celebrities, question mark. You need to pick one of those as the answer you feel most clearly defines the differences between Tom Fox and Steve Van Dorn. Which of those three?
None of them.
That's not an acceptable.
Is that not acceptable? Okay. I'm
Yes,
going with
yes, it is.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, okay, then,
Not an answer.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's a good try.
Everybody wants to go with Wonder Woman.
The correct answer according to our survey, Tom. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, the correct
Tom.
answer here is, Tom
Tom travels Rotary for humanitarian reasons like wheelchairs and rotoplast. Steve travels for his own self-indulgent purposes. Repeatedly and often. Well, unfortunately, you got that one wrong. The bad news is that you owe $100. The correct answer. The good news is you have 3 more rounds. The bad news for the audience is you have 3 more rounds. The good news is you have 3 more rounds to right the ship. Let's move on to round 2. The question for round 2.
No, you want the Franks? American doll. You want American? No, there you go. Dang, ours right here. I don't know what
Thank you, Vice President Brown. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here's the next one. What are some of the differences between Steve Van Dorn and Grace Nash? Who resembles, who very much resembles Wonder Woman, but that's the question. So, Wonder Woman, what do you feel are some of those differences between Steve and Grace Nash?
Well, I think the number one difference between Steve and Grace Nash is, I think unfortunately, we will not be seeing Steve dressed up and leading the spirit run anytime soon. I think perhaps he may enjoy riding around on the Tour de France route on his many vacations.
Wow, that's possible. That's good answers. All right, Sean Connery, your turn. What do you think?
Think about what?
What do you think at all? What are some of the differences between Steve Van Dorn and Grace Nash?
Wink,
Not wait.
Wink, you're doing a good job tonight. Almost as
Thank
good,
you.
almost as good a job as I did on your mother.
Oh. That hurts. That really hurts. Do we have another answer, or is that your answer?
I've noticed, Wink, I've noticed that Grace has a lot of friends, both inside and outside our Rotary Club. Steve, on the other hand, doesn't have any friends.
Well, I personally have talked with him, and I know he has 2 friends, his wife being one of them. Somewhere out there, there's one more friend with him. All right, Captain Jack, what do you see as? Go ahead, Captain Jack, get that bird cranked up.
What do I see as what, Bobby? What do I see as what, Bobby?
Are you paying attention?
Bobby, I see Grace as a perfect wench. Wench, she is a perfect wench with a nice, I won't say it. But Grace has added such a positive attitude is what I meant to say. A positive attitude and Steve just has attitude.
Oh, very observant, very observant. We almost got shut off on that one, Larry, but it was good. We were heading downhill very quickly.
Yeah, this is a operator error over here in terms of like showing all the answers, but
All right, let's move on to Donald. Donald, you have a comment to make on this.
I think,
I imagine Donald always has a comment,
I
right?
think Sean is disgusting.
That's what we were hoping for.
It's unmanly.
Melania is disgusting.
Melania is a very rich woman. Anyway, let me tell you this, Wink.
The judges are fighting.
There are so many similarities with Grace and me.
Move the mic up, yeah.
On your chin.
There are so many similarities with Grace and me, and not many similarities with me and Steve. For example, Grace is very intelligent and beautiful, much like people like to describe me. Steve, what can I say? Not so much. Another glaring difference between Steve and Grace is that Grace, like me, has beautiful, thick, flowing, voluptuous blonde hair. Steve,
Not so much.
what do you call that? Thin, balding, and turning white. Not attractive, Steve. Needs improvement.
All right, Steve, great. Thank you, Donald. Steve, you heard the answers from our celebrity panel. Which one of these answers do you think best matches?
Captain Jack. Yeah.
Captain Jack! All right. I'm sorry, surprisingly, that was not the correct answer as well.
Oh.
The correct answer is Grace is. The correct answer is Grace is good at volunteering and working for our club's fundraising events. Steve, on the other hand, is good at asking for volunteers to work at our club's fundraising events. So unfortunately, you got that one wrong. The bad news is that you owe another 100 for the incorrect answer. The good news is that you have 2 more rounds. Everybody should buy themselves another drink, but we have 2 more rounds to get back on track. Let's move ahead to round 3 at least. The question for this round is, what are some of the differences between you, Steve Van Dorn, we all know you, right, Steve?
Yes.
And Ricky Walters. Where's Ricky? Is he here? Oh, there's Ricky. Okay, so that's the question. Let's ask Wonder Woman. What's your observation on that? What are the differences between past President Steve Van Dorn and Ricky Walters? Okay, thank you.
Well, let me tell you, Ricky tries to get me to meetings, but Steve got me to the 2 that he showed up for. So I don't know, he must be doing something right.
Wonder, good answer.
apparently Wonder Woman like is working off script, but I think you probably read, yeah, like version 2. But
Hey,
anyway, you can read on the board the right version here, like Ricky knows the hard drive is computer equipment and Steve thinks the hard drive is the morning commute to Oakland Airport.
by the way, there are no right or wrong
Sorry,
answers.
let me just clarify. I did see that and I didn't like that, so in my.
Well, they would recommend you show up to some of the meetings.
It didn't show up for the meeting, the Rotary meeting, didn't show up for any of the meetings. Oh, God.
Todd, you have security alerted, by the way?
Wait, isn't this about Steve? Come on, come on.
All right, let's move on here. Sean, what's your input? I hesitantly ask.
What's your input, Nick?
Sean,
I don't remember the question, but that's okay, because I got an answer.
I figured that. I figured both,
We have,
actually.
we have a great panel here, including Wonder Woman, which reminds me of what a Wonder Woman your mother is.
That's your answer?
No. Ricky, this is my answer. Ricky refused to comply with the district's nonsensical and frivolous requests.
Oh, no.
Steve, on the other hand, was always willing to be a puppet for the whims and freakish fantasies of the district.
All right, Sean, all right. Jack, how about you, Jack? What do you have to say about this?
In my travels, I've never met anyone like Ricky Walters before, you know?
No one has.
Ricky Walters is one of a kind, and he's always done by the Rotary motto of do bad and have a bad time. You know? That's what Ricky is, do bad and have a bad time. Where Steve lives by his own personal motto, use the TSA pre-check and pack light.
So obviously, no point in having the script next year.
Wasted a lot of ink and paper on this.
A lot of paper that was wasted there, but all right, I mean, just wait it. I mean, that's all right.
Let's move on, okay? Now,
Trump, except for Trump.
let's ask Mr. Trump for his comments.
Was Wonder Woman supposed to help with the script? Anyway, you know, the most important thing in life is to love what you are doing. That is the only way that one will ever really be good at it. Like poker. I stress this point to Stormy. For poker event, Ricky was part of the planning team. He showed up early, he stayed late, he helped, and he cleaned up. Steve, from what I saw, stopped by for a free dinner and then he started out.
Wow, that's tough. So, okay, Steve, you've heard the responses from our celebrity panel. One more time, which of those do you think best matches the survey results?
Jack is my man. Jack. All right.
Oh, was that sound again? Sorry, it's another loser, Steve. The correct answer is Ricky is a big supporter of our foundation's WASH program. Steve thinks the WASH program is something you do after using the restroom. Well, once again, Steve, you got it wrong. I had high hopes for you in the beginning. I had high hopes for a lot of things. It looks like we'll need to take another 100 from you. It's a little too late to get any real momentum going, but let's see if you can at least get the right answer on this last final round. And I question, let's hear it for the final round. Question for the final round is, what are some of the differences between your presidency, Steve, and Gary Schweigerle's presidency? So Wonder Woman, what do you have to say on it?
Well, just in case anybody did not know, G Schwag set the world record in our world's greatest Rotary Club of attracting the most new members during his presidential reign. And Steve picked 20 international.
More years.
All right, looks like you win in that category, Steve.
It's all that matters.
Sean, how about your observation?
How about your observation?
How about your mother's observation?
How about your mother's observation?
All right,
He's the great.
Okay.
go.
You go. You off that place.
All right, Jack Sparrow, it's up to you.
Oh, what's the question?
We gotta stay on the script here. We gotta. Give Sean some time to find out where he's supposed to be.
He's back from the dead, you know.
Yeah, that's a point, yeah. What do you expect?
You're looking good for a dead man, actually.
What definitely?
Sean,
What are some of the differences between your presidency and Gary Schwagerly's presidency?
That would be the question.
All right, that's the question. This game isn't very easy. We,
Seems to be pretty easy. I think you ask a question, you give the answer.
not like your mother. The answer,
Yes.
Yes,
the final answer,
yes.
G-Swag never missed a meeting during his presidency. Steve, on the other hand, never made a meeting.
By the way, we didn't do any fact checking on any of these answers, so take them for what they are. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate your answer.
Yeah.
Captain Jack Sparrow, what do you have to say?
By the way, it's, Captain Jack Sparrow, Captain of the Black Pearl. You missed that all along, Captain of the Black Pearl. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. In my travels, I have seen a lot of people that try to be the leader that Gary Schwagerly, right, and your mother.
Between Schwagerly and Shine, you got a lot of wet microphones over there.
I'm getting that Scottish accent by somehow. Anyway, Schwagerly, yeah, Schwagerly has a cool nickname of G-Swag. Yeah, G-Swag. He is one of the coolest presidents and coolest nicknames we've had in all this time. But everyone referred to Steve as President who? G-Swag to President who?
Okay, all right, that's a good answer, Captain Jack. That was good. Mr. Trump.
Well, that was a good answer, but not as good of an answer as I'm gonna have. I'm gonna lovely no of a correct answer. That answer was just okay. It wasn't as good as my answer. But let me just tell you all this right now, very much like me, G-Swag regularly strayed from the agenda
Oh, no.
into completely unrelated topics.
Oh, no.
Smart people say this is a sign of a very high intelligence, Steve.
Well, we got a lot of smart people here tonight then. That's for
On
sure.
the other hand, Steve was a slave to the agenda. Smart people say this was boring.
Are you done?
Would you like more, Steve?
So is that your answer, Mr. Trump?
Of course, who didn't know that? Of course, that was my answer.
You don't know you're gonna lose this one. I mean, you might get this one.
Get the money, Steve.
You're probably gonna lose this one.
That,
Hey,
So-
I had an agenda.
G-Swag had an agenda, he just never followed it.
No, I'm going with Donald Trump, yeah. Donald Trump, you're the man.
all right, so he picks Donald Trump, and unfortunately, big surprise. Correct answer is G-Swag routinely, after the music, G-Swag routinely invited family and friends to meetings. Actually, sometimes the meetings were only G-Swag's family. Steve was too embarrassed to invite family and friends to meetings, so he told everybody that the meetings are held on Fridays at Hacks. Well, Steve, it looks like we completed the 4 rounds.
Thank God.
Thank God, yes. Let's hear a thank God for that. And you didn't get any answers right. As a result, your grand total of,
$400.
very good, 400
400 francs.
plus carrying charges. Plus paying off, people that made insults to those that, are in position of authority. Now, I know it's not great, but as a consolation, we do have one more round. Is everybody excited about that? We have one more round. You can play. It won't help you reduce your penalty by anything, but it may help you feel a little bit better about yourself, which would be hard to do, I would think at this time. So the consolation question is, what are some of the similarities? Are you listening, everybody? Are you listening, Sean? to the question? Sean, wake up, Sean. Sean, pay attention to the question. What are some of the similarities between you, that's you, Steve Van Dorn, and the entire group of Rotary Club of Pleasanton past presidents? Wonder Woman, what would you have to say about that? Nobody has a script, so they don't have any answers, but make something up. It would be cool.
I love that Steve, when he was present, he was present.
Ah, he was presidential. Is that what you're saying?
I was present.
He was present.
He was present. When he was here, he was here.
My
When he
mother-
wasn't, he wasn't.
My bar is
Like
quite low.
Very good, Sean. What do you have to say? I know, but you want the question again?
Please.
Okay. All right.
Did Sean change his hat? I think there's like,
There's like-
no, 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, what have I been doing? I've been asleep over here.
Gotta wake up.
Sean,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, wink. First of all, I'd like to truly apologize for my inappropriate and rude behavior tonight. But I will never apologize for the inappropriate and rude things I did to you.
Is somebody recording this? I hope.
Is your mother still alive?
No, not now. No, sorry, Mom. Hey. What did I tell you? I really don't know these people. Steve,
Just hang on there, Wink, I'm not done yet.
oh, I'm not so sure.
The answer to the question,
Yes.
if I recall the question, is Steve, and all the other past presidents took the job because they were told how almost anybody could do it. And you get a free lunch every week.
Yeah, I can see where it would be, although there weren't too many lunches for you to have, so. I'm not supposed to be doing that.
No, the good news is the club was way ahead of budget on that category.
Yeah, probably,
Thank you.
Way-
probably wasn't a free.
Thank you, Sean. Let me,
Yeah.
Sean, thank you very much. It was great.
No, this
It's-
is Jack Sparrow.
I know it is. We're moving on to Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow,
Captain Jack
of
Sparrow.
the, what was it, the Blue Note or whatever, the Black Pearl, and the
Black Pearl, so don't.
Golden Emery,
You know, every Rotary Club president's done a wonderful job in their own way.
in their own mind.
Everyone did the best job they could since 1966. You know, and 1 year out of 60 is not bad to have a problem, you know, so by and large, I think our Rotary Club is still gonna maintain despite the wonderful successes, and I mean that sincerely, of Steve Van Dorn. You done a wonderful job, Steve. So.
All right. All right, that's Larry's, that's,
Right
Jack,
there.
no, we gotta go on.
So,
Donald, do you have,
You didn't see King, you didn't see King's X? You didn't see King's X?
so once again, very off script, but Jack Sparrow was supposed to say that most past presidents have a positive impact on the club, and Steve, we're still gathering some evidence.
the jury's still out. Look, I'm gonna cut to the end here too. Steve, you've listened to a lot of banter here tonight, some of it organized.
Well,
most of it-
we have Trump still.
Yeah.
We got one more answer from Trump.
Yeah, I thought he was going to interrupt and say I need to talk anyway, but go ahead, Donald. I would expect that you would chime in there. Go.
Wow, I started to fall asleep, but it was the wrong president. You know, Steve, we've been really lucky to have you leading our club for the past year. Past presidents were really good about bad and often tasteless joke delivered during their respective demotions. Thank you, Steve.
Very good.
Thanks, Donald.
Very good. Very good.
Time will tell whether Steve forgives us for all this.
So, anyway, Steve, again, this is our typical demotion, untypical in the fact that the process was a little bit spontaneous, shall we say? But again, hopefully taken in good spirit. You did a wonderful job, as do all presidents. And we really appreciate your hard work. I want to now bring up past president Touchland. Who's going to help,
Never mind, that's all, yeah.
who will help with the transition to our next.
Yeah, we just got back from Chicago. You can't afford the entertainment like everybody. I think we have a certificate or something. don't we? So.
Yeah, we have a certificate for a year's worth of aid, yes.
All right, all right. This is this beautiful, where is it, Ricky? We have this beautiful prize for you. Happy hour, man.
Hey, I'll get free drinks for past presidents for the next year. 9, just show your badge at the bar, free drinks for a year, past presidents only.
We have this beautiful plaque.
Thank you.
Wait, want to be on that?
Yeah, I want to be with you.
To the right. All right. He's a right winger. Sorry, I'll blame it on the 2 beers.
Only
Anyway,
2?
I've been a member of the chamber since 1990. Pete McDonald, and I think, Pete, you might agree, this has been one of the best chamber presidents we've ever had. And he's a diplomat and did a great job.
We're at Rotary.
And he also did a great job leading our Rotary Club, the world's greatest Rotary Club of Pleasanton.
Yeah, you're one of the top 2 chamber presidents we've ever had as Rotary presidents. Of course, there's only been 2 chamber presidents as Rotary president.
He does a great
Good job, Steve.
He does a great job at all that he does. Ask his wife and kids. Okay. We're gonna miss him.
I'm not going anywhere, so. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Steve, this is your opportunity now to say
Past president.
a few words to the public.
All right, here we go. Okay. Let me get out my speech. It's a couple pages. I got it right here. Yeah, I got it. Okay. See, let's do it. I'll do it right here.
Yeah, don't stand in front of that speaker, please.
Yeah, I will. All right. Can you see me behind the pillar? I don't like that pillar there. Okay, I'm gonna stand right here.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
You got me?
Yeah, I got
Okay, all right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen from the jury. I think I made it through. That was really a lot of fun, so I appreciate it. I know you love me, even though you didn't say you love me.
We do, Steve. We love you. We love you, Steve.
As some of you know, my wife and I just returned from a 50-day tour to Europe. Did you hear that tonight? Well, it's true, we actually did. And that's why I have this wonderful, whatever this is called, the spot yacht.
Call the scarf.
Go Spain, yeah, scarf. And they won the Euro Cup, so that's one of the wonderful things we did. So our trip was fabulous. And I'm happy to tell you that I think our club is in great shape for the future. We've got a great new president coming in, Jim Hansen. Yeah. And I want to just thank everybody for all their support this last year. I mean, I'm one person, but there are so many that make everything happen. So I would like to thank those that are here tonight. Lori, my wife, could you please come up and help me? Things to give out. So, first off, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Randy Brown. He's the one that said, Steve, you can do this. Come on, man, you're retired now. Let's do this. So, Randy, I want to thank you for twisting my arm.
Really hard.
And it wasn't that hard, but I appreciate you getting me to step up. It's been a great experience. And Randy, will you please come up? I have a wine bag for you.
Thank you. It's empty though.
What's that? It's empty, but that's for you to fill. Yes. I have a low, I don't, my budget, I spent all my money on my trip, so. Secondly, I'd like to thank, didn't we have awesome programs this last year?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here you go, Brandon.
So the guy that deserves the credit for that is Brad Hurst. Brad, come on up. And of course, Brad had a little help. Bill Evans, he put together the spreadsheets for Brad, so we all knew what was going on. So thank you, Bill, but I'm gonna call you later, so stay seated. So Brad, here you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You get, there's no wine in there. So. Thank you so much, Brad. Appreciate it. Yeah, you get that later. Secondly, and
Thirdly.
Julio, where'd you just come from? Belgium? Where? France, all right. So, club meetings are critical, and Julio pulled everybody together to make sure we had someone meeting folks that were new and taking attendance. And so Julio, I want to thank you for doing an awesome job and being our club service chair. So do good, have fun. There you go. Thank you so much. Okay, number 4. Every healthy organization needs new blood, right? And in our case, it happens to be new members. And we did fairly well this last year. We were, I think, a net increase of 4 new members. And I want to thank Steve McCoy Thompson. Is he still here? Or did he leave? Oh, he's here. Good. So Steve, come on up. And of course, Ricky Walters, which is his co-chair and big time mentor for our new members. So Ricky, don't worry, I'll be calling you up later. Okay. No, there's nothing in there. I told you I should have put mine in those bags.
Yeah, yes, you should.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I knew they would want wines. Okay, the next guy I want to recognize is someone I was a little concerned about taking on this role. He's in charge of club fun. Okay. I think it had something to do with his sense of humor. It's a little different, but I'm really happy that he proved me wrong.
So is your mother's.
Mike Osterman did a great job as our club fund chair. Let's go. Mike, let me get your bell. Mike, here we go. Thank you so much. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to say that, we had fun this year, but not as much fun as I had with your mother.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. She's dead. Oh, God, that's trouble. Okay. So Tom Fox is not here, but I want to recognize him. He's done a great job. Even though he never did a PowerPoint presentation, Tom Fox did a nice job. We also, and I don't think Jack Krakauer's here. He did an awesome work with our community services. And then communications and public relations, Mark Tanis. Mark, you still there? We have a new website. Do you know that, everybody? Do you know we have a new website?
Thank you, Mark.
Mark, great job.
Mark.
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh. Thank you, Mark. I also want to recognize our Youth Services Committee. Ashley was here. Rena was the chair, but Ashley, thank you for all your help. Appreciate it. Will you come up, Ashley? Will you somehow get this to Rena? I know she's really hard to find, but could you please make sure she gets that? Oh yeah, thank you so much. Or keep it yourself. I don't know. Yeah, that's great.
And thank her mother.
Yeah, and thank you, mother. Yes, she did a great job wherever she is. And then we have our past president, Gary Schwagerly. Gary, your mentoring and guidance, I think there was some of that, was amazing. And, I really appreciate you increased the lunch numbers for our meetings with all your family members that came. So that was really good. So here you go. Thank you. There's no wine in there, just so you know. So there we go. Okay. And then, this gentleman, you know, past president, foundation chair, all around great guy. You know who I'm talking about, right? Bill Evans. When does he ever say no? Never. Bill, thank you for all you've done while I was president and for what you've done in the past and the future. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. And then we have this guy that I call the technology wizard, Mr. Ricky Walters. Thank you, Ricky, for everything you've done. You're amazing. Yeah, appreciate it. All right, I'm almost done. And then we have our new president, Jim Hansen. Thank you, Jim.
Okay, what I want to tell you is next year, I'm going to put wine in those.
You son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. All right. Don't record that. All right. So next we have, I think I got everybody, right? You did. No, I did not. I have someone over here. No, it's not you. It's not Marjorie. It's this amazing woman, Kathy Alameda. No. Kathy, that's for you. That's for you. Open that up. Let's see what that is. No, it's not one. This is the thing I couldn't sell to the club, so I'm giving it to you. And you also get it back too, so no wine in it. But Kathy, you're amazing. Yeah, enjoy working with you. Yeah, thank you for everything. You're amazing.
Make sure you hand the gavel to Jim before you leave.
Okay. And I added this at the end because I want to also recognize the Harringtons for all they've done for the launch committee. Gary, did they meet? Are they still going to start? Okay. Gary and Nancy, I want to give you a bag with no wine. There you go. We pass that back to them for me. Or where are they? Yeah. And Captain Jack, Mr. Scholarship Chair, Committee, Co-Chair, whatever your title is.
I don't know.
There you go. Thank you so much. Oh, God. So how much money did the Scholarship Committee give out this year?
$88,000.
$88,000. Pretty amazing. Of course, last but certainly not least, I want to thank my lovely wife, Lori. Involved with this crazy organization called Rotary International. We do so much good, and I just want to thank all of you for your support this last year. It's been fabulous. I really enjoyed it, and look forward to continuing being a member. And remember, after all, we are. Okay. So I get to pass the gavel to our next president, who is Mr. Jim Hansen.
Will I use this to ring the bell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Jim,
All right.
Jim,
Thank you all for.
Jim, you gotta end the meeting. You gotta break it up.
You gotta ring the bell. Close the meeting. Yeah.
This meeting is now adjourned.
Thanks, everyone, for coming. Drink up, eat up, have fun.